We are back on Taking Care of Business with our in-studio guest, State Senator Gene Fuller.
You know, Gene, I was really impressed with your educational background because you've got an MS, a BS, an MA, a Master's, PhD. You got it all. And next summer, I get my GED, so this is really exciting.
Yes, but I've got an MRS, and you'll never get one of those.
What's an MRS?
Mrs. Fuller.
Oh, well, listen, in California, you never know.
Well, I guess that's right. Well, all my cherished things are falling away.
I might just be Ms. Fuller.
Well, but then again, for Clay, the fourth grade was the 3 hardest years on his life. So,
but I was athlete of the year twice.
That's right.
Hey, Gene, you have a guest with you right now. Can you introduce your guest to us?
Yes, this is Romeo Abalog, and he runs my office here in Bakersfield and is out and about. I have 4 counties: Inyo County, San Bernardino County, Kern County, and Tulare County, and that's my district. And so Romeo gets about the district for me.
So he covered all of Kern County?
He covers all of Kern County, part of Tulare County, San Bernardino County, and Inyo County.
So, Romeo, how do you like this job?
So far, it's been a lot of fun.
And what do you actually do?
Well, I go out into the community and serve as Gene's eyes and ears in the community, listening to constituent concerns and trying to find resolution for people who have problems.
And you make presentations to new businesses, I understand.
That's right.
Because you made one to my business, which I
sure
really
did.
appreciated.
Well, I'm glad that you did. I hope I did a good job.
I'm just upset that Senator Fuller wasn't there in person.
Well, I was there with my heart. How's that?
Actually, you were in session in Sacramento, so I forgave you.
Little busy in Sacramento.
Well, I would like to mention that we are in Sacramento Monday through Thursday from January until June every year. We're in district on Fridays, but as a senator, I have 4 counties to be in, and on Saturdays. And then we go back again in August, and we're this next 2 weeks we're working in district, which is really nice. But most of the time we are in Sacramento.
What is your total staff count?
My total staff count here and there is 10.
10 people that covers all 4 districts, all 4 counties, plus the Sacramento office.
Yes, and so we actually have 4 in our district office that cover the 4 counties, and we have 4 in our state office that cover everything, and then we have some people that come and go a little bit and help us with publicity.
Now, do all senators have the same number of staff people?
Multi-counties have 2 more staff than others. So in my case, we have 10 others who only have 1 county have 8.
How about salary? Are they all the same salary base?
The Senate doesn't allow you to pick salaries. You pick the people and you send them into personnel, and they put them on the salary ranking. And they have a number of slots that they give you.
Right.
In the assembly, you actually get a budget, and then you can hire your people, but whatever salary you want to hire them at, but not in the Senate.
Now, are your employees basically, correct?
They're my employees, but they're actually they work for Senate Rules, and I'm on Senate Rules. I'm one of 2 Republicans on Senate Rules, but they're mine to direct. But they're not mine for like hiring purposes in terms of insurance or money or those kinds of things.
Now, are they union employees?
No, they're non-union.
That's surprising.
It is surprising, and it's a wonderful thing. We call them at will.
At will. Well, that's the way most of our employees are, at will. So my employees have fired me several times.
Yeah. Well, believe me, my group is very astute at how to send me to where they need me to be.
That's right.
At the right moment.
And Romeo does a good job. So, Romeo, what phone number do you have in case people need to get a hold of you?
People are welcome to call our district office at area code 661-323-0443.
And your cell number? No, I'm just kidding. And the state
Address.
And the address, yes.
And the address to the office. Individuals are welcome to come by and visit us at 5701. We're at Truxton Avenue, and we're Suite 150.
Just off the corner of Mohawk.
That's correct.
And coffees and cookies are always available, right?
Sure thing, absolutely.
That's why Marty and I stop by on a regular basis, get our coffees and cookies.
And we were glad to see you at our open house Friday, and we do those open houses every so often.
I think it's great. I think I wish more people knew about it so they could actually come by and see the offices and meet your staff, because you have a great staff. Even Romeo does a good job.
Yes, he does. Well, the obvious question question that everybody wants us to ask you about is water. So where are we with water? Is there any change, any possibility of any change?
Well, now that the budget is over, Governor Brown has promised that he will be thinking about water and hopefully working on water. And I'm on the Senate Water Committee, so we will see. But we know that the water bond is supposed to be on the November ballot, and so there should be some discussions opening up when we go back in a couple weeks about whether it is, whether it isn't, whether there's more money in the bond, less money in the bond, what the conditions are.
So do you think there's any chance of there being any other change? Or is this basically it? I mean,
well, I'm a little concerned that if we do have change, that given that the change of votes since last year, the change of votes in the Senate and the Assembly could change it to a more negative position for us.
Right, exactly. Yeah, we're having a conversation with State Senator Gene Fuller.
It seems right now we have more water than we know what to do with, and yet we can't get it released to the farmers. And then on the other side of the coin, in the city of Bakersfield, there's, I guess, lawsuits or pending lawsuits going back and forth between a couple of water districts and the city of Bakersfield. Do you know anything about that you could comment on?
Well, throughout time there's always been what they call adjudication of water rights, and that means somebody suing somebody about water, and that will probably go on forever. But it is true that we're having a high water year, which is wonderful for all of us, but the farmers still aren't getting the amount of water that they paid for. If in a 200% water year, which we're I think at 84% water, you can only get 80% of the water you're paying for, then something is wrong with the system. And so I think that people are more aware than they were, but it's not the biggest problem on the radar right now because people do have water. And so that will make a big difference in Sacramento. Whatever the crisis of the moment is, it takes that much momentum from the people pushing for something to get solved, and water doesn't have that momentum at the moment.
Well, we're going to run out of time real soon, but I wanted to talk about a company here in California, up in the Mojave area, I believe, called Icon Aircraft. It's an up-and-coming company, and as you know, I purchased an airplane from them, or I'm on the list to get one delivered.
Great.
You had a meeting with the president of Icon the other day, and that company's planning on leaving the state of California, I understand.
Unless we can provide better conditions for them, that's one of their considerations. So yes, we went up to talk to them and find out what they need. We'll be working in Sacramento with others and hopefully trying to get some more favorable situation for them. And
they're just one example of hundreds or thousands of businesses in California that are either leaving the state or thinking about leaving the state.
Well, and what this industry is light. It's like airplanes, light flight, light sport, they call it. It's a new category. And California would do well to develop the light sport flying category. It's a wonderful opportunity for us to bring jobs and manufacturing to the state. And it's a new category. I'm an aging pilot, and as an aging pilot, the light sport really appeals to me. It means I don't have all the regulations that I used to have to keep up with, and I can go out and do recreational flying.
How many employees does Icon have? Do you know?
I'm really not sure how many they currently have, but I know at that one site they had 150.
And that's just at the one site in Mojave. I know they also have an office in Los Angeles.
Yes.
So, and as they start the development, which they haven't even started building their planes yet, when they start the development, it could go several hundred people.
Yes, and I think bringing in the tourists, they're looking at like being a vacation destination where you bring in a whole family, train the whole family, have different kinds of flying machines, so to speak, for them to recreate in.
Gene, I was impressed at something you said earlier. You were talking, I guess this was at lunch today. Excuse me. You were talking about the fact that you were visiting Icon, but you're visiting other businesses.
Yes.
To try to see what it would take to get them to stay in California.
Yes. We're doing one this afternoon. We're talking to people individually because when you go get the numbers, they say not so many people are leaving California as we believe are leaving, and they don't bring out the reasons why they're leaving the way we believe they are. So I'm visiting those specific places in Kern County that I can learn more to help us wage that fight.
I have to commend you for that because we had Shannon in here a couple of weeks ago, and Shannon was talking about the number of businesses leaving, and the frustrating thing for me listening to that was, if Clay and I, as individual business owners, if we lose clients, we try to find out why and how many are leaving and what we can do to change the situation.
Absolutely.
At the state level, that's not anything they're even remotely doing. They don't even care, it appears to be.
You're absolutely correct. They're interested in research jobs from the universities, and that's about it. Anything from our area that we want to push, we have to get the people together and find out what they need and present the case.
So where are we going? Where do you see us in 2012? In the final minute we have left?
Well, I think that if we all really pull together, I think we can find ways to keep our conservatism alive. But I think where we really need to go is to ban all the small businesses and all the people who want to have the lifestyle we've had together, and make them realize that you can't take that for granted now. You're going to have to fight for it.
And we're going to have to get the vote out in 2012, because if we don't change the direction we're going, this country is definitely
Everybody needs to register 5 of their Republican friends.
Definitely. Gene, thank you so much for being here. And Romeo, thank you for coming in at the last minute.
Thanks for having me.
And we will see you in 167 hours on Taking Care of Business on Kern Radio Newstalk 1180.